coffin is the scariest thing for her. And that's one way I got her in, because I promised her, I promise you, Grace, I won't lock you in the coffin.
I want out. I want out. This is bad karma.
But did I lock her in? Of course I locked her in.
No.
And then she lost her mind.
Have you ever had to pull the plug before?
Yeah, there's this one gal named Grace. She's famous, Gracie.
There was a room there where there was, I don't want to call it an altercation.
She was going for the axe, and she wanted to kill us all.
Okay, maybe it was an altercation. I thought, well, just get the axe away from her and it'll be okay.
Get it! Over my head!
It didn't work out that way.
I'm gonna kill you! No! I'll kill you first!
So what do you think, Billy? Is this something, seriously, that you feel comfortable doing?
I don't know. I'm just kind of don't really know what I'm getting into yet, so I want to make sure.
Gina! Listen! I got the axe! I don't have to fucking listen to you!
I'm in this to have fun, but I'm not in this to get my head cut off with an axe, so.
Well, lucky for you, it's just a prop axe, so it would just, wouldn't actually cut your head off. But we had to take her out, so it happens. But just keep in mind, this is just a big show, man. It's a play. This is just a play. We're putting on a big old play. Like in the old movies back in the 40s, let's put on a show, everybody! Yeah, let's put on a play! That's, Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland. Let's do it!
I was terrorized. And it took me a long time to get over it.
What is up, everyone? How are we doing? This is a spooky edition of the Birdman Show. You already know what to do. You hear the music in the background. I did a little something scary here. Ooh. You already know what to do. So go ahead and do it with us. That's right. We are here. We are live. We are on the Birdman Show, spooky edition. We're gonna be talking about something completely crazy, off the rails. Yeah, that's the best way I can even remotely get into that. So let's just cut the chase. I gotta say what's up to my co-host. I gotta say what's up to Ace. I gotta say what's up to Carrie, aka Fury Storm. Ace, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Tired as fuck. And I'm doing good.
Work are hard.
You sound like you're doing good, but you're not 100% sure if you're doing good, is what I'm picking up.
Well, I was confused on what the episode was going to be about until I did my research.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, what the fuck? So there's where that is.
You should know better. Any episode that Carrie brings to us is going to leave some confusion until we get into it and start really breaking it down. And that's why I love it.
Very true.
Speaking of which, the lovely and spooky Carrie, aka Fury Storm. How the heck are we doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Like I was saying, backstage. For those who don't know, I had surgery. Yesterday.
Yes, yesterday.
On my shoulder. I can't remember nothing.
Pain meds have
whatever they gave me. That's awesome.
Nothing.
Yeah, awesome. Great. It's great. I'm actually doing pretty good. This surgery went really, really well. Like right now, I mean, I virtually don't have any pain. I'm sure it's gonna kick in after a while, but there's only like really one spot that's really bothering me, and it's not even my shoulder that's bothering me. It's where they had to go in and take ligament out of my bicep and move it up because my other one was completely shredded. Awesome. So that's like the only spot that really hurts right now, even though I ran my shoulder into a door frame earlier today.
That's not good.
Yeah, I left my phone in the office. Yeah, I left my phone in the office like I was telling you earlier, and I left it there because I was doing some work for the studio, and went back to the bedroom to lay down, and my mom called, And I was like, oh crap, I left my phone in there. So I went to go get up, and I moved around the dog and wasn't paying attention and ran my shoulder right to the door frame. I was like, ah, and yeah, that woke me up. That definitely woke me up. But anyways, let's talk about something else here. For those who don't know, like I said, this Birdman Studios. Birdman Show is brought to you by Birdman. It's another Birdman Studio production. And on this episode, we are talking about McKamey. It's McKamey, right?
McKamey.
That's how I say it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, as long as we're all saying the same way, I don't care if anybody else has anything to say. Anyways, we're talking about McKamey Manor. And my question to you is, how long would you last? Now, you saw that clip that we just played here at the opening to kind of give you, if you don't know anything about this place, which I really didn't. I'd heard bits of pieces about it. I know you had to sign a waiver, this and that. I believe Desiree had discussed it like a few years back. But that was like the last time I really, it's the last time I really heard it.
Copies of it too, parts of it.
The waiver.
You have what?
I have copies of parts of the waiver.
The 40-page waiver.
Not 40 pages. I think I've got like 6 pages.
Wait, is it a 40-page waiver for real?
It takes
it's 40
2
pages.
hours to fill this damn waiver out.
It's a whole big production for
Yes.
him that he goes through to have you sign this.
Yes, it estimated 2 hours
just to fill out the waiver.
Yes,
we'll get there. We'll get there because there is some fucked up shit in this waiver.
Yes,
not illegal at all anywhere in the world, but.
Hell, I'd be tired by the time I got done with the waiver. I wouldn't have enough energy to go into the fucking house.
2 hours. Okay. Anyways, okay. Yeah, that's I didn't know that. Okay. So before we get started, let's definitely say what's up to everybody. We got out here in the chat here that's watching us on our YouTube channel, as well as over on Twitch. Like I said, if you're watching here on YouTube, you already know where you're at, but we are here at Birdman Show Podcast 9643 on YouTube, and over on Twitch, we're at Birdman 143. We got Tabby in the house, we got Christy in the house. Who else we got? Of course, Carrie's right here.
Those are the ones that have said anything in chat
in here. So definitely let us know that where you are, who you are, and where you're watching us from. Before we get into this bad boy. But let's go ahead and get into this bad boy. I'm taking the overlay off. I want to make sure we got full screens here. So Carrie.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start it off with, so everybody knows what a haunted house is. They're not cheap anymore, but you pay money, you go in and you see your favorite horror movie characters, Freddy, Michael, Jason, some original OCs that the haunt comes up with. There's a lot of haunt actors that live for this time of year every year. And then there's also something called extreme haunts, which are popping up in like major cities across the US. One of the big ones is called Haunting, and it's based out in LA. And they are nothing at all whatsoever like what McKamey Manor, because they're like, I would consider them legit, basically. And I actually have.
Oh, is he serious?
Did it pop up?
Be a 4-year waiting list.
Oh, it still is.
Yeah, it is.
There's like a 20,000. There's like 20,000 people on this waiting list.
Yeah. He runs it all year round.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Did you get my share request?
Did it pop up? Try it again. I thought I saw something pop up, but I was looking at my other screen. Okay. There we go. You should have
so this is the place out in LA, and this is like their most extreme haunt that you can do. They have 2 different experiences, and they have stuff from 0 to level 10. This is a level 10 intensity. This is as bad as it gets. The pictures of the people that made it through, they look exhausted, but they're not. They don't look like they've been beat, and they don't look like they've been hosed down or anything crazy like that. So their idea of a 10 is it's basically super focused on psychological torture, basically, because it is a form of torture. It no 2 ways about it. And there is some physical contact where like they can touch you. But then you have this place called McKamey Manor, which is actually 45 minutes away from me.
So wait a
Out
minute. So you're talking about the ones before you jump into Kane. So you said that it's a form of torture,
psychological torture.
psychological torture. You
Mhm.
know, there's places where they can actually touch you, but so basically what you're saying is those sound just like a regular typical marriage.
He's your brother, Ace. You deal with
Whoa,
him.
whoa, 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 whoa! that is Desiree's man.
I'm sorry, medication. Anyway, go ahead.
So this is like a pretty intense extreme haunt that has rave reviews and people love it, and you win. I think you can get your money back or something if you make it all the way through and something like that. I didn't go too deep into these, but there's a few different ones across the US that they're all basically the same thing. It focuses on psychological torture with a little bit of like hands-on, so to speak. So like the clip we saw when we started, it's nothing like that. Yes, they might put you in a small room, but there are safety measures in place that are actually adhered to.
Okay. As long as it's a safe word, that's cool.
If they adhere to it.
These places do. So McKamey Manor. Welcome to McKamey Manor, where you have to complete a sports physical, have a doctor's note that you are physically and mentally cleared. If you are between the ages of 18 and 20, you have to have your parents sign off on you to go in. And you have to sign the 40-page waiver. And it costs a donation. It used to be a bag of dog food, but I think he's taking other donations now.
In different sizes.
Talk about
timing.
Now, is this place still open?
Yes.
Okay, I was just asking because DK had put this comment up and said I believe it got shut down.
No.
Well, now we'll get into that comments
Yeah.
here in the broadcast, DK.
Okay.
So the whole point of McKamey Manor is it's not just testing yourself to get through. Supposedly, if you make it through all the torture, because it's what it is, you win $20,000. But there's stipulations.
Wait, there's more.
You have to make it all the way through. That includes not safe wording or bowing out or whatever. And this is what really pissed me off. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
me
lie.
too. Probably the same thing.
He will deduct $500 for every cuss word you utter.
No, wait. Not only that, it's $500 for every curse word and $500 for every time you get physical.
Yes. So if you try to fight back, there's another $500.
Yes.
If you say shit, there's $500.
Even though you make it all the way through this son of a bitch, by the time you get to the end of it, you'd be walking out there with like $500.
Probably. I'd probably walk out with nothing.
Just the satisfaction of knowing I made it through the damn thing.
I'd probably walk out in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's some. So, what's the? What is the point? Like,
basically, the way that I foresee the way that he has this set up is he's guaranteeing himself that he never has to pay out a $20,000 bounty.
Nobody's ever made it through.
No.
And this and he founded this back in what was it, 2010, back in San Francisco, I think.
San Diego.
California, the most liberal place in the US, booted his ass out, and now he's in the Bible Belt of Tennessee. Don't ask me why he came here, but they've tried to shut him down since he came to Summertown, Tennessee in 2017. And he also has a second location down in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes.
So you go through trials at the first house. And if you make it or survive, or however you want to word it, then you go to the Huntsville house to complete your trials. And if you do that, then you get whatever's left of the 20,000 after all the cussing.
and the weird thing about it is, I actually would love to do this.
No, you wouldn't.
I probably would. I would love to do it. However, I already know I've already been disqualified, and I hadn't even made it to the 40-page waiver that I had to do.
You couldn't pass the physical.
Passing a sports physical and something. Yeah, I'm not passing anything right now. I don't even know if I better pass a kidney stone.
You wouldn't make it past the waiver. Some of these are so fucked up that I don't see how they are legal anywhere.
Now, I'd be okay with one of them. Only one of them. Because they're not real.
What is the Tooth Fairy?
Yes, they do say in there that they do have the that you are granting them permission, if necessary, to allow them to pull your teeth out.
And
I was joking.
And give you a tattoo.
Yes.
And what?
Give you a tattoo.
What?
There's no
rip your fingernails off.
Yeah, there's no limit.
Yeah.
You're basically signing your life away to these people.
Wait, but hold up. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because my black senses are starting to kick off here. I'm really okay. Jesus Mary, okay, because I was like I said, I played a clip earlier, and I was going through some of the other videos and stuff that I have, and I did see one, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But it was what did it say? What was the title of it? It said where's that? Oh yeah. Yeah, and it was talking about the 40-page waiver. It says a 40-page waiver saying death is possible. I thought that was kind of a joke until you guys just said this.
Oh no.
No.
And they also in one of the very tiny lines of it's number 64 of I don't know how many, but number 64 on the waiver. This was one of my favorite. Participant fully understands and agrees that MK Ultra mind control may be used. So he hypnotizes people.
Oh, he also has permission to drug you.
Yes.
Wait a minute, is this the McKamey Manor? Is this a Diddy party? What's going on here?
I told you it's a torture house.
You and the fucking Diddy.
Hey, dude, everything seems to correlate back to that. So I'm starting to think, it's just all part of the universe,
He might have got some of his tricks from Diddy.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they could be comparing notes. I don't know, bro. Yeah, JJ, you probably would not get a dime. Especially when we went to the haunted house here. You probably definitely would have made it out with a dime. No, definitely not. I we got some good comments, especially coming from DK. I don't want to get into too many of these comments because I want to be able to hit these comments. I mean, of course, you're watching on the YouTube channel, you can see the comments. But as far as the broadcast here, I don't want to get too many of these comments because I'm pretty sure these comments are going to come up. DK, keep them coming though. DK, definitely keep them coming. But we're definitely going to double back to your comments. Okay, so
When you see some of the waiver,
yeah, let's go ahead and let's talk about this waiver because
it's just
you
gonna
said you
get,
had about 6 pages of it.
I think, 4 maybe. I
4.
don't know.
Okay,
They
yeah,
were
let's
they
go
were
ahead and talk about the
leaked.
waiver a little bit. All right, hold on, let me share that. All right.
All right, so this was leaked on Reddit or maybe Tumblr, I'm not sure, years ago. Okay, so the guy was basically asking, "Hey, what do you guys think about this? I really want to try this." Um, I personally, as soon as I saw half of these, I would tell the dude to fuck off and burn in hell, but that's just me. Um, it's basically signing your life away. Um, Participant fully understands and agrees that once participant enters McKamey Manor, there is no quitting unless serious physical or psychological injury is present. Who decides what's a serious physical or psychological injury?
If a body part falls off,
It would be the haunt actors that would technically be the ones responsible for that, but it doesn't make any sense. They're not psychologists. They don't know people's limits.
what the? What in the? So okay, okay, I had somewhat of an idea what we're going to be talking about today. Now I am.
No, we just blew that completely out of the fucking water, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. But now, actually get into this waiver and looking at some of this, what in the?
Oh, this one, look at this. Head, neck, and back injuries, death, stroke, TBI, brain aneurysm, cerebral or retinal hemorrhage, subdural hematoma, loss of consciousness, whiplash, harmful heart reactions, nausea, headache, dizziness, lacerations, broken and or sprained bones, torn ligaments, bleeding wounds, scrapes and or cuts, heat strokes, or drowning, and does not hold McKamey Manor responsible.
Well,
So
wait a minute, hold
if
up.
you die,
Okay,
they're off the hook.
what the? What this sounds like is someone created this so that way they could put people who upset them in life through this to where they can basically just kill someone and get away with it.
Well, they have to sign it first, but yeah.
Basically.
Mhm.
This sounds like something that would be out of a movie, not out of. Well, I guess it started in California, so basically, oh, for the love of God, this is starting to give me a headache.
But wait, there's more.
Of course, there's more. We're only talking about the first couple of paragraphs in a 40-page, almost 2-hour waiver.
Mm-hmm.
So of course there's more. I'm wrapping my head around that, Carrie. Thank you very much. For the love of okay, just go, just continue. What else?
It that you can agree, you have to agree that being scared and having a panic attack does not count as a serious psychological or physical injury.
When I carry an inhaler, the fuck it doesn't.
You wouldn't be allowed to go in.
I wouldn't go in.
No, hell no. I would want to punch this dude in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I made my comment earlier, but the more I listen to this, no, there's absolutely no way. There's no way I would even get a copy of the waiver.
No.
Participant fully understands and agrees that they may be fish hooked, which inadvertently causes rippage to the mouth area.
What?
Who the fuck would say hell yeah? This ain't worth $20,000. I'm sorry.
They're gonna have you coming out looking like Heath Ledger in this role as the Joker.
Glasgow smile.
Why so serious? What in the world? So there's a possibility you can get fish hooked.
Yep. Don't forget carbon monoxide poisoning too.
I'm almost willing to bet in any other clips that I play for the rest of this show, there's not gonna be one black person in it.
Well, see, the thing of it is, when I go to a regular haunted house, I warn everybody that I'm with walking into this haunted house. Be prepared. If anybody touches me, I'm swinging. Because I know that I'm going into a haunted house where they don't have the right to lay hands on me.
Right.
And if I have somebody come up from behind me that is somebody that I don't know and grabs me, I'm coming around with the fucking right hook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The more I think about it, I just see so many scenarios where I go into John Wick mode during this. Oh my God, that's just definitely have changed my stance on that. There's no way in the world I could be able to go to that. And there's no way in the world that probably any of them would survive through it. Never mind them worry about me surviving. Y'all better worry about yourselves, because if that's the case, I'm telling you, John Wick meets Rambo, all Rambo movies, all John Wick movies. Throw in some Jet Li,
Terminators.
yeah, Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Predator movies, Predator versus Alien. Tim, Birdman. I think we get the simile that you're I'm just saying that I do not see a scenario in which I'm not going to prison for the rest of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't.
But
you signed the waiver.
Because you signed the waiver, they get off scot-free and you go to prison for the rest of your life.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't see a scenario in which that does not happen to me. Like I don't mind haunted houses. Ace and I, we've been.
I love haunted houses. This is nothing. This is
the last one
chamber.
that was the first time you and I had ever been to a haunted house, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so and you've seen how I was just walking through it when they weren't scaring me or weren't doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean I know what's in there, and I know, they can't touch me. That's number one. Number two, none of that stuff is scary. But when you start actually playing on the psychological aspects of a lot of this stuff, a lot of things change. And in that sense, it's really all bets are off. It's all bets are off for them. But if you get somebody like me going through something like that,
it's all bets are off.
You better make sure you're signing a waiver for me to come in.
Yes. Because $20,000 or not, I will defend myself.
Oh yeah. That's.
But I just don't see how anybody that goes into this, even if they don't have that fight instinct like we do, how they can read a waiver like this and be like, "Oh yeah, hell, fuck yeah, I'm down. Let's do it."
You said you only had 6 pages of this, right?
I don't have the whole thing.
Or like you said, like maybe 4 pages.
Yeah.
So there's like so much more in it that we really still don't even know, really.
No.
Yeah.
And that's what's really blowing my mind. I'm 100% on board with you, Carrie. Like just reading just what you just read. I'm like, why would you be okay with that? Like some of the things you're reading off with the stroke and stuff, like it sounds like a commercial for medication where where the side effects is worse than what you actually have.
Oh yeah.
Like exploding diarrhea. Like what? I just had a cough. Why does exploding diarrhea part of one of the side effects? Like that's extreme. Sorry. But you get what I'm saying here. You get what I'm saying here? It's oh my god. What? Okay. What else is on this waiver that you have? The parts you have is this?
That you would fully agree a nail may pierce your hand. So, like, think crucifixion.
They're trying to
Um,
Jesus Christ people.
Your hand may be smashed with tools.
He
So,
trying to misery people too.
fully understand and agrees that medication may be given that induces hallucinations or sedatives given in a pill form or by a hypodermic needle.
Oh, they trying to wood.
So what happens when a chick goes in there and she's been doped up?
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Oh man, what in the what? This is like man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory meets one of P. Diddy's after parties meets Bill Cosby's Roofie Pilates.
Yeah. Choking may occur. Choking. Humiliation tactics. Exposed to extreme temperatures, high and low. A plastic bag or plastic wrap around your face that could possibly cause suffocation, blackouts, etc.
Now, this nope. Because as soon as somebody try to put a plastic bag over my, I'm sorry. I'll be like, hey, you can take that waiver and put it in the shredder because I'm about to wave and shred every last one of y'all.
Oh, don't worry. You can also be closed in with live animals, which may include mice, rats, roaches, tarantulas, millipedes, centipedes, snakes, spiders, potato bugs, worms, larvae, snails, slugs, grubs, and crickets, etc.
I'm cool with all that except for snakes. Nope.
No, I'm cool with all that except for the fucking centipedes and millipedes. Them motherfuckers are more poisonous than the snakes.
It's true, but they don't really bother me as much.
It's just a small fucking snake with legs.
But I can step on those and they'd be dead. Yes. I can step on those, they'd be dead. Snake, yeah, you're gonna have to do a whole lot more than just step on it. Oh God, no, I can't. I'm starting. I'm getting to the point. I'm starting to get mad. I'm going to have to go find this dude and punch him in his face.
Well, I mean, he'd probably get off on it.
He might. Oh, God. He'd be like, "Do it again, Big Daddy."
Yeah. If they're selected to visit the dentist, there's a dentist on staff at McKamey Manor. They may have a tooth extracted without Novocaine.
What?
Like I said,
listen, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you this
I'm
right
good
now.
with that, as long as they replace it whenever they're done.
They won't.
Yeah. I quick story because you said that and the whole thing without Novocaine. Like I've had that situation before. And I was actually over in Iraq, and I started having problems with my wisdom teeth. And I'd had my wisdom teeth, up until that point in time with no problem. But what had happened was, after we found out later, the my back two wisdom teeth on both sides, the roots had started to the bottom tooth started hooking in, and it was hitting the nerves on the rest of my my jaw, and so it's caused me an extreme amount of pain. But you're talking about you're in Iraq. I'm not around the corner where I can just go to a dentist or I'm just gonna hop down to the nearest ER. They had to go find me someone, an Iraqi doctor, and he had nothing to give me. But they had to come out because I got to the point where it started to affect my vision. And I'm sorry, but if you're a trained sniper, you need your vision. Your vision is pretty important. It's pretty important, So so he ended up having to go in and he had to extract my wisdom teeth with no type of drugs or anything. I had to instruct my soldiers to take all my weapons
and to hold his hands.
Yeah, they had to hold my hands and they tied me to the chair. He gave me I don't know if it was whiskey or something, but I drank like half a bottle of that.
Well, it sounds like you were halfway through McKamey Manor then.
Yeah, well, that was
except for you got whiskey.
Yeah, exactly. That was like the whole caveat. It's not like, hey, it's like I was like a little kid, like, hey kid, I got some candy and some puppies. You want to go check them out? But no, and that's what happened. They ended up having to go in there, and there was a part where there was even a point where he had to actually take a knife and cut into my gums because one of my tooth had when he went to go pull it out, he had a twist, and then he tried to yank it out. Well, it broke off, so he had to cut into my gums a little bit to get the rest of the fragments out. So that is painful. That is very painful. I can tell you that's like an extreme case. This one is probably not going to be that much far off if they take a tooth out with nothing and they're just pulling your oh, for the love of God. It's not like The Hangover, people. That was a movie, number one. And it's going to hurt. Holy crap.
I don't know, it would be more fun that or that you agree that it's possible that your jaw, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee, hip, etc. may be accidentally dislocated.
You
And-
not see me in the plane?
Real quick, to answer your question, Tabby, what makes this legal is the fact that they actually sign the waiver giving them permission to do this.
Yep. People willingly read it and sign it. And when they're going through this before they go into the house, it's like a big production. I think he calls it's some sort of ceremony or something. Like it's a huge production when he goes through this. So it's the beginning of his play, I guess.
Did he ever talk about why he started it?
I saw something a long time ago that he said that he wanted to push people to their extremes and to get them to really face their fears. And it was a bunch of bullshit. That's the way that I took it. It was a bunch of bullshit because you're not facing your fears. You're actually in your fears with a lot of this stuff.
He's increasing your fears.
And in some cases, I would say he's actually introducing new fears.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, for the love of God.
And he also has medieval torture devices.
Oh God. Yeah. Because you never can go wrong with those.
Yep. Knife throwing while strapped to a spinning wheel, shackles, chains, a gibbet cage, stocks, and the rack.
A what cage?
Gibbet.
Gibbet?
Gibbet.
The heck is that?
Isn't that the really small cage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a gerbil cage.
You can't stand up in it.
Like the ones that
it's
like
too
the ones that be
small
hanging from
for
the
you to
ceiling?
sit.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. So you're
okay.
kind of like crouched.
Oh yeah, my back couldn't take that. I couldn't be like that. No, I couldn't. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know if I want to take a commercial break because I don't want to get my mind off of stuff and then have to come be thrust right back into it.
Well, I think I've only got one more.
Go for it.
And then I have pictures that stills from the webpage. So
Okay, and I've got all kinds of videos as well too.
yeah. So the last thing I have on the waiver that I found online is the participant fully understands and agrees that water torture may be used. So apparently, waterboarding is legal as long as you sign a waiver.
You might be able to get a job there.
And on their actual website, it tells you not to wear nice clothing or expensive things because there's a good possibility that they're going to get ruined.
Yeah.
So no Gucci, no Prada.
No.
Yeah, they also tell you to take off your glasses, contacts, any jewelry, or dentures. If you have to alert them if you have a pacemaker. I don't see how you could go through it with the pacemaker,
I
but
don't either.
it's on there. Yeah, you are right, DK. It's 100% a kink for him.
Yeah, I'm starting. The more I listen to this, I'm starting to agree with that as well. Like I said, don't worry, DK. I'm loving the comments that you got going in here. as well as like Tabby and others are getting in there. But we're definitely gonna hit those here after a little bit. Okay, so before we take a commercial break, Ace, what are some of the stuff that you came up with?
Well, a lot of it is stuff that she's already mentioned and stuff that we've already brought up. I mean, it is basically a torture chamber. You are trying to win $20,000 to have them torture you, and it's not like she said. It's not just physical; it's mental and psychological. If you are able to pass a psychological evaluation to enter this house, when you come out of it, you're going to be so fucked up that $20,000 is not going to cover your medical bills for the therapy that you're going to have to get.
Minus the cussing
and the physical contact. Fuck that shit. Oh, there's $1,000.
Ace before he even gets to the first stage of it probably owe him.
I'd be cussing, filling out the damn waiver.
Yeah.
Well, sir, you're just going here like free because your waiver
when
just.
When does this actually start? Like after I sign my name, I can't cuss anymore. So be like, what the fuck?
The fuck is wrong with you, you fucking psychopath?
They're like, sir, it started 10 minutes ago when you're already $10,000 out.
I mean, you saw him in that clip when we first started. He was giddy about breaking that woman's mind.
Yeah, about
it made him
locking
happy.
her in the fucking coffin. I told her, I'm not going to lock you in the coffin.
Of course, I locked her in the
once I got her in there. Do you think I locked her in the coffin?
Of course
I fucking locked her in the coffin.
I'm like, bro.
Every time I see him talk on a clip, I just want to punch him in the throat.
I can see why.
Mm-hmm.
That's beyond.
Beyond fuck that.
That is definitely beyond. Okay, so let's take a commercial break. So I can gather my thoughts. Maybe get some rosary beads. And light the candle.
I know I did not just hear what you just said correctly.
Me or him?
Him.
Rosary?
Okay.
Because I could have swore you said that you was going to go get some anal beads.
Rosary beads.
Okay.
Well, the rosary beads?
Well, okay then. I mean, hell, they might have those at the fucking. Oh fuck! Of course you're gonna do Debbie. You're a dick. Fucking damn. Y'all enjoy this shit.
Well, after the rosary bead thing. Okay, all right. So this commercial break is brought to you by W Energy Drinks. I think we're all gonna need some after this. But we'll be right back with more of the Birdman Show after this.
Yep. Drop. Gotcha. How we doing, everybody? This commercial is brought to you by W Energy Drinks. W is an energy drink that you mix at home. W is formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or no crash. So, their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, and neurotropics, including the patented neurofactor. There are no calories, no sugars, no fillers, and no artificial colors. So if you need something to give you the energy to take on the world, W is what you need. Go to w.gg, that's DUBBY.GG to get yours today. Hey, as a special bonus to our followers, if you enter the promo code The Birdman, just
Birdman Show, you will get 10% off of your first order. Hey, tell them the Birdman sent you.
Stop.
Because the son bitch wants to keep that cut.
That's just mean, Tim. That's just mean.
And I'm not cutting it. I mean, I didn't cut the one we did when we messed up.
You ain't ever
That
played
was
that
the
one.
third time we did that one.
You don't ever play. You only play the W one.
I did play the other one. The other one's the restream one.
Mm-hmm.
With both of us are on there.
Where he calls me is main.
Main. It's a new. It was a it was a species of cat that was roaming the world during dinosaur days and stuff. Anyways, hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? This is the Birdman Show. We're right here on the Birdman. That's Carrie. That's Ace. You already know what to do. So why don't you go ahead and do it with us one time? I can't even get the anyways.
Words are hard.
Yeah, it's not. Anyway.
No, he was talking about he couldn't get.
Oh,
his
I know,
hand
but
all
then
the
he couldn't even talk about it after the fact.
Yeah, didn't do it.
Hey, at least you can do the fucking Birdman call. My fucking lips stuck together.
Yeah, they did something, man. You can put some Vaseline on there before you do the Birdman call.
No.
That way you get the full brr. Anyways,
I don't know what it does.
We're back on the Birdman Show. And we're talking about this this extreme. I'm not even calling it crazy anymore. It's just disturbing to me now. We were talking about McKamey Manor. And I might have to change that question. Forget how long you last. How long can you go before you choke somebody out?
You snap.
Yeah, I mean, they gonna have to check me, man, because I'm coming in with a shank. I'm shanking somebody. I might create one right there. Like, oh, you got props? Don't worry about it. Give me that prop. I'll turn it into an actual weapon. Okay. So before we continue on, let's hit some of these comments. Real quick. Let's back up here to some of these comments. Let's go back up to 999. Let's see, where was it at? Okay, now I'm gonna. Did you see the comment that DK had made? Actually, I was going to put it on here.
Fuck you, DK.
So I guess
tell him the Birdman sent you. Pew, pew. Dick.
Well, I guess his bird was shooting, and then
he got wounded.
he was doing pew pews, and he got cold and brr. Anyways, so did you hear anything about this part, Carrie?
Expose the underbelly
Of the manor and other people.
I mean, there's all kinds of reports. There's been all kinds of complaints. The state tried to get him shut down. I mean, there's petitions. There's just still a petition out there right now of trying to get him shut down, but nothing ever comes of any of it.
They've even had the cops called out to the manor because a neighbor, I guess they took somebody out and threw them in a car or in a van. And
yeah,
a neighbor,
that was matter of fact, yeah, right here. DK had also made this comment. He also
no.
Sign the waiver and not tell them when they were going, and then he would kidnap them at random times to add to the torture and mental anguish of the whole thing.
That's whenever they sign the waiver, that doesn't mean that they go in that day.
Yeah, I couldn't do the whole kidnapping thing.
Yeah,
I'd be going to go right then.
But yeah, a neighbor had called the cops because a woman was screaming because they were dragging her across the yard after pulling her out of a van.
Mm-hmm.
And the cops couldn't do anything because they showed them the waiver where she consented to allow them to do that. Fuck all y'all. Really, JJ? Fucking DK. Control your friend.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I understand people. Yeah, Ace had a little tough time with the bird call that day. So yeah, it was the bird had a stroke. I think the bird actually came from McKamey Manor before doing the commercial. So
the bird was choked out.
The
bird had been choked out.
Yes. So the bird just came from McKamey Manor, and so it was still a little traumatized. So we took him to the bird psychiatrist, and the bird's working through things. So we'll don't look at me like that.
Is he ever? Fuck. I'm broke. Fuck it. I'm done. I donated my bag of dog food to make it right to the front door.
Oh God. Oh yeah. You'd probably just go drop the dog food off and just go back home.
Probably. So I know I ain't fucking making it through this son of a bitch. So here's the dog food. Have a nice fucking day.
Here, feed all the dogs in the community. I'm gone. Y'all have a good one. Okay, so let's jump back a little bit to more of this. Okay, so we kind of went through the parts of the waiver that you were able to get a hold of, which still blows my mind just in the little snippet of what you shared with us.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine what the rest of that craziness is. So oh God, whatever. Okay, so what's the next phase? I can't. I need to take some more of my medication.
The next phase.
His brain is broken right now.
I'm still trying to get over the whole
process
yesterday. And this medication, and then you'd be thrust into this, kind of having an idea of what we're going to be talking about, but then that just getting completely blown out of the water.
I mean, you should know better when you're dealing with me.
I thought I was.
Mm-mm.
But that medication and all that stuff completely broke down my defenses.
Don't even blame the meds, because I shock and awe you every single time.
Well, I'm just saying,
Birdman.
Well, it depends. Like when you be the judges, you usually do get me because we have no idea what you're going to be talking about on there. On the other ones, I'm able to actually do a little bit of research on, so I can kind of be okay. But yeah, I mean, it's just some of this stuff, the special. Oh Lord. Anyways, what were you gonna say, Ace?
I was gonna say, you get that same expression on your face every time she's on the show.
Yes. Every
what?
Yeah. Because here's the thing. This is what she does. This is what she does every time. She gives us a little bit of what we're going to talk about, but then she doesn't give us the whole thing, and she withholds information on some things, and then she just slaps us in the face with it when she gets on the episode.
No. Now you listen here. You be the judge? Absolutely. You have no choice.
Everything else,
but
we have the opportunity to do
you're
research
supposed
on.
to be doing research on it, sir.
Look, I had surgery. I had surgery. I didn't do no research.
This has been on the books for 2 months.
Look, you know how many other episodes we do? I got to research for all that stuff too. So I don't do research for that stuff like until like the week of.
Okay, you had surgery yesterday, so that would leave Monday, Sunday, Friday. What do you got to prepare for the surgery? You don't eat after midnight, and then
that killed me.
Up.
Couldn't have no snacks. I had to prepare for that part of it.
You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing a whole bunch of excuses.
That was torture. Not being able to have no snacks.
Okay. Anyway,
I've been thrown down from animal practice since then.
So I do want to throw up a TW if you are sensitive to depictions of torture.
Oh,
I don't.
you gonna throw
You
TW? I
might
thought you
want to
said
put the
James
phone
Bond.
down or not look at the video, but yeah.
Angel, mind your
Man, totally called out.
mind your you gotta do it again because I was just. I'm sorry. Mouth fast enough.
Angel, you ain't lying.
Nah,
100% does not do any.
I do research on the subjects. I do.
So I did grab a few pictures from, and this is directly from the McKamey Manor website. So this is she does not look over the age of 18. Okay,
No.
she does not. But she's in the freezer, one of the deep freezers, and it looks like they're pouring some sort of gross ass liquid out of a fake head.
Wow.
I'll go with that.
I
That's
hope
what it
it's
looks
fake.
like. Yeah.
I hope it's fake.
Here's you locked in a cage with some snakes.
Oh nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nah, fam. Nope. Nope. Nope.
That's real fear on her face.
Yeah, I imagine.
It's not acting. That's not, oh, I'm a little bit scared. That's true terror on her face.
Mm-mm.
He creeped me out. I had to put him in there.
The devil?
That one creeped me out.
What in the world?
I don't know, but it's creepy.
Looks
And
like
those are
he's wearing one of those fucking S&M masks. You know, like the black ones that they always have on
like,
shows and stuff.
On there or whatever.
Yeah, except for a white one
With no zipper.
Yeah, with no zipper.
So it means he's just open all the time.
Apparently.
And then there was this one too, but
what in the world? Come on.
It seems this one seems fake.
Yes, I'll agree with that.
Because when you go through it, you're alone. It's not a group tour. You do this completely by yourself.
Yeah.
But that's like one of the primary images that if you Google it, this is what comes up.
I think somebody might have snuck something else. They might have just snuck a picture on there of some real actual criminal activity. And that's how they're trying to cover it up.
Well, I think everything he does is criminal activity, so don't look at me.
I'm just saying these young white girls look like they've actually been abducted. This just does not. We might need to notify the FBI or something.
Oh, I'm sure he's on a list.
No, he probably is.
He's probably on all the alphabets list.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good grief. Okay. Those all the pictures you had?
Yeah, I didn't. They're pretty much the same thing. It's just people looking absolutely freaking terrified.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that was all the pictures you said you had, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna go to another video. This dude is I am quickly getting more and more agitated for each video I find on this guy. I am quickly getting more and more agitated with this. So this one is entitled "The Sickest Man on YouTube." The story is called "The Horrors of McKamey Manor." So we're gonna check this one out. It's like a 37-minute video. I'm not playing. Of course, I'm not playing all of it. We're gonna play some clips from it and go from there, and then we're gonna hit some of these comments.
Hey everybody, it's Russ coming at you right here from the middle of the chamber.
But some people are calling one Tennessee Halloween attraction a, quote, torture chamber under disguise.
They are just asking to have someone die or have a heart attack.
I have been aware of McKamey Manor for years and years. I just didn't realize how bad it truly was.
It could be a death wish. They say you could die.
So about a month ago, me and my girlfriend were looking for something to watch on Netflix when we got recommended this little indie show. I doubt you've heard of it.
Squid Game. Squid Game. Squid Game.
Squid Game is not like anything else on television.
Taking the internet by storm in October 2021, Squid Game has captivated audiences with its pertinent allegories, lovable characters, and impeccable dubbing.
Oh, about that, Grandma, why did you get kicked out?
Grandma? Don't you ever call me that!
Other than that, it's pretty compelling. Not spoiling anything when I say you really understand why these characters have no choice but to compete in a series of lethal games Mr. Beast is apparently working to recreate, which is horrifying. What if I told you signing over your physical rights in hopes of a generous cash prize is hardly anything of fiction? In fact, while watching it, I couldn't help but see the similarities between the depraved frontman and Russ McKamey, a peculiar figure with a reputation for carrying out sadistic haunts across the country and broadcasting all of it online. And with a $20,000 cash prize on the table, anything and everything goes. But is what appears to be another Halloween attraction just a thinly veiled chamber of torture run by a complete psychopath? Or is it all just fun entertainment? Hint, it's not that one. Join me as we document the infamous character of Russ McKamey and peel back the layers behind the real-life Squid Game McKamey Manor.
McKamey Manor promises an extreme experience.
A Change.org petition to shut down McKamey Manor.
That's all he's trying to do is hurt people.
Police arrived and found a woman shivering, beaten, and duct taped in a cellar.
I do this because the fans like it and because it's entertaining to me.
So I want to start this off with a few notes. One, a massive trigger warning for sensitive references to physical and mental abuse. And two, McKamey Manor isn't your standard haunted house at all. As opposed to simply meandering your way through a sweaty, dark hallway while Ellen DeGeneres makes fun of you in front of a crowd of wine mobs, McKamey Manor cranks the fear factor up to 100. Times 100. This place has been described as a kingdom of masochists, where guests more or less willingly sign their autonomy away in exchange for being bound, gagged, kidnapped, beaten, frozen, taunted, waterboarded, and more without a safe word at one point. The attraction has since been vehemently condemned by former employees, contestants, and the government, which I guess is a trend with these videos now. But I understand that's a lot to digest at once, okay? I get it. Let's take a quick pause, get a drink of water. We haven't seen anything yet, okay, trust me. To really get the full picture, we're gonna need to dig a little deeper into the man behind the madness, Russ McKamey, a local wedding DJ from San Diego who loves his country, dogs, and especially putting on a show for the neighborhood. What kind of show, you may ask?
Why are you crying? Why are you crying? It's all over for you, okay?
Yeah. Okay. We're yeah. Let's talk about this. Before we move on a little bit further. Okay. So let me do this.
Yeah.
So one thing that stuck out to me when he had said that he said, the fans wanted it and it's entertainment for me. I think that part spoke a lot more volumes than anything else, especially with some of the stuff that's going on with that. I think that I'll bring that back up in a second. But what are some of your thoughts? Ace, we'll start with you on this. What are some of your thoughts when you're looking at that part of the video? What's some things that come to mind to you?
He does it for personal pleasure. I mean, well, yeah, and money. There is that. But I mean, he sat there and said it himself. His streams, he gets over 1 million views on each stream. And that's income from YouTube. If he's not charging them to go in and it's just donation purposes, then what he does to them once they get in there is for his pleasure. Solely for his pleasure. And we had a question in the chat by JJ earlier asking how many people have been through McKamey Manor. I did look that up, and it's over 40,000 people have signed releases to go through the doors of McKamey Manor.
0 have made it all the way.
Yes. Do what?
What did you say, Gary?
0 have made it all the way.
Oh, and that's been since 2010 when he started, right?
Yes.
I think it was 2010. Yeah.
Well, I believe it was 2017 whenever he
That's when he came to
relocated
Tennessee.
yeah, from California to Tennessee.
But I forgot to note when he started in California.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was 2010. He wasn't in Cali long. Which just shocks me on a whole nother level.
That is
anyway.
That is saying something, babe. If you get ran out of Cali,
yeah.
Like weed's legal there, bro. Like they ain't running too many people out of Cali for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They'll talk to you, pull you over, whatever. Hey, buddy, you probably need to tone this down a little bit. Go back out there, go and hit them, whatever. But if they tell you, yo, you gotta go, bro. You doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So he's down around Tennessee now?
He's about 45 minutes from Nashville.
Oh wow. I'm surprised he's there. Like
I don't know why he decided to move to the damn Bible Belt to do this. I mean, that's just like the opposite of where you should go.
He should be like in Kentucky or maybe Georgia or
Utah.
Yeah.
They did weird shit in Utah.
Yeah. I mean, you would think, it's one of the capital of the world, but that's weird in itself.
Don't even get me started on the whole Mormon thing because the whole thing is weird. But anyway.
It's definitely weird. Okay. Wow. Okay, so Carrie, what are some of your thoughts on this? Watching that.
I think it started off as Dee said, as almost like a kink. Power control, torturing people. It made him happy. But now I think he's found a way to make money off of it. The revenue from streaming on YouTube or wherever he does it. And I've heard, and I don't know, but I've heard that he makes money in Vegas off of bets on how long the person will last going through the house.
That sounds about right.
Really?
Yeah. I read it in a couple of different places. I don't know if it's true or not, but I read it in a few different places.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Because that is something that is big. If you look at some movies, like what was that movie? What was that? I can't remember the name of the movie where they would have to go through and they were live streaming people doing extreme activities, and then they would. Was that
Fear Factor?
No, it was a movie.
Oh.
It was
Fear.com?
maybe I don't. That doesn't sound right, but I think fear.com might be one of the ones kind of like goes along line. Well, it's a big market. Where and I've heard more stories of it coming out of like out of Japan, China, Russia, areas like that. I've heard more stories of it coming out of places like that. But it's a huge market that people they literally go on and they make bets. They sit there and try to have these people do this extreme crazy stuff and to see how long they'll last or see if someone dies, unfortunately. Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, it's all black market type stuff, but yeah, I could see that being something that he would be making some money off of, especially with the way he has kind of like just built this thing. What else you have, Gary?
Nobody, like Dee said, nobody's ever going to get through. It's supposedly supposed to last 8 to 10 hours of psychological and physical torture. And as the time passes, he makes it worse and worse and worse and worse. So it's just not possible to pass because he's the judge, jury, and he directs the executioners.
Wow. Wow.
And one thing I always wondered, like, because I first heard about this jackass probably back in 2018 or 2019, because I have a lot of friends that do haunts, like they're actual haunt actors, and that's like their favorite time of the year is Halloween because then they get to do basically their own cosplay and scare the shit out of people. And they hate this guy.
Really?
Yeah, because he tried to pass as a haunted house, like a normal haunted house.
I'm not finding it. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm not finding anything as far as when it actually officially started in San Diego. The only things that I'm finding is where it says that it was located at his residence in San Diego.
Same thing as here.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still lives in the house, but it started out as his house. So it's not even like a business. It was where he was living.
So I told you, it looks like a damn house.
It's his house. It was his house. I think it was like a ranch or something. It's not even like a big house. It's just a normal, everyday, white collar, blue collar house. It's nothing big or fancy. It doesn't look like a haunted house. It was his physical living address.
Why do you look confused?
I think it's.
This dude is sick. Is all get like he's a whole different level sick. Like I could see like if you like had a building, you purchased a building and you put all this stuff together in, but in your crib where you sleep, homie.
2 houses now.
Yeah.
Like
he crossed state lines. I wonder if he could get caught for interstate kidnapping if he kidnaps somebody and then takes them down to Bama.
Well, if it's in the waiver. I mean, we don't know what's in the other 36 pages.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We don't know. This man, like I said, I might be able to see a little bit, but I don't think people will understand. I don't know if people are grasping what the mental state of it to be able to create something like this. Number one, but then to do it in your own home, because that means you're never out of that environment.
No.
So you're in that environment. I think in parts of the video that I played, and then I'm about to play here again. Yeah, I think he has a spot. Now that I know it's in his home, I thought it was, okay, whatever. But he has a spot where he's like on a computer, and he's got like videos. He's got all this other stuff, and he's constantly doing stuff. So that means you're constantly in that mode 24/7.
Well, it's open. 24 hours a day.
Yeah, this is not this is not around Halloween only. This is 365 days a year.
And 66 on leap year. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna play some more of the video.
Okay.
I don't even want to talk anymore.
Yeah, yeah, but it wasn't always this way.
I'm Danielle Harris, riding Route 666 to America's Scariest Home Haunts. All month long, we are paying bloody tribute to the coolest home-based haunted houses. Check it out.
See, Russ has always had a knack for entertaining. As he constantly emphasizes, it's all entertainment.
That's me, man. Just an entertainer. That's all I am. Just an entertainer.
That's right. Locking people up in a deep freezer and mocking them on camera is fun to watch, I guess. To who? Oh yeah, that's a lot of people. Being a self-described showman at heart, Russ developed a particular interest in horror when he was just a child, going trick-or-treating with his dad and getting a real kick out of various creepy decorations people would set up in their yards. It was from that moment Russ knew what he wanted to do, setting up little makeshift haunted houses in his parents' garage as a kid, eventually becoming a theater major in college. Even throughout his 23 years in the Navy, Russ always had a soft spot in his heart for bringing people's worst fears to life.
But I jumped in the Navy for 23 years, and I was doing haunts even out to sea. It didn't matter where I was. I was doing them on the ships for the guys, so it didn't matter.
Upon leaving the military, Russ claims to have founded the first iteration of McKamey Manor sometime around 1995. As a typical boo haunt in his own words, now I'm not too familiar with the haunted house community. In fact, I had never even considered such a thing existed until I started this video. But the original manor wasn't unlike the typical haunted experience you may be used to. These things are supposed to be harmless fun, right? You go through a dark tunnel, a zombie pops out, you piss your pants in front of your friends, everybody starts pointing and laughing at you until your new nickname becomes Piss Boy Aubrey, and you have to transfer schools because the humiliation is more than you could bear at just 10 years old. We've all been there. But today's McKamey Manor obviously isn't your typical neighborhood Halloween fest. Instead, we're talking a literal year-round endurance boot camp tailored specifically for the subject's personal fears that involves a 40-page waiver, medical papers, and an entire psychological exam to enter. So that's not normal, is it?
Some people, when the doorbell rings on Halloween, it's not just enough to meet the kids with a bowl of candy.
Russ McKamey created a house of horror that would rival anything at a carnival or theme park. He guides neighborhood kids through in groups of 2 or 3, assuring them that everything will be fine.
In 2007, the place may have been far removed from the supposed torture house it's considered today, but even back then, you can still see where themes of claustrophobia and psychological games originated.
The scariest part of McKamey Manor is the spike room. It's a small claustrophobic box, and these spikes drop on top of you.
Oh my God!
Disco clown room. If you look around, you'll see all the little decorations like a normal 70s disco party.
Scary, but nothing totally explicit.
They hit water balloons, they get splattered with water. They're screaming, "I'm bleeding, I'm dying, oh, stop it!" And they walk out very, very shattered.
From what I can gather, and from what Russ has said himself during interviews, the manor gradually grew from this run-of-the-mill, family-friendly attraction to the infamous monstrosity it is today for a few reasons. For starters, it kinda had to, in order to stand out from the rest at least. With any industry comes competition, and in order to succeed, you need to be doing something unique in hopes of standing out. And at this point, we all know how Russ prioritizes entertainment.
Just keep in mind, this is just a big show, man. It's a play. This is just a play. We're putting on a big old play. Like in the old movies back in the 40s, let's put on a show, everybody! Yeah, let's put on the play! That's, Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland. Let's do it!
To him, the attraction is this grandiose presentation that needs constant expansion in order to keep people coming. So over the years, he naturally began to up the ante for each Halloween, making it spookier and spookier, both to fulfill his own standards of quality and satisfy his demo. According to him, the scarier he made it, the more people liked it.
I always did things that were different. I always wanted to make it very much like a movie. So that was always something that I did. Every year I would expand the show, make it more interactive, and the audience loved it. And it's really hard to go back on something once they're really digging it.
And before he could say boo, the manor was no longer something for the wife and kids to enjoy. It wasn't this fun little Mario Kart course anymore. From the footage I've seen, it was more like Guantanamo Bay in 2003.
You understand me? Say it loud. Tell me you understand what I'm telling you.
No!
Yes, what? Tell me what I just told you, Christina.
I live in Kuwait. So for myself to travel from Kuwait just to come to McKamey Manor, it's approximately a 19-hour flight. My motivation for doing a second time is to see if I can push myself even further than when I went the first time. Big mistake, probably.
Change locations right now. Follow me.
Fortunately for you, I won't actually be showing any of the really extreme stuff, since it'll get this video age restricted faster than you. Yeah, see, there you go. But rest assured, the activities behind the manor have been well documented for the past 8 or so years, when the manor was first considered an extreme haunt around the turn of the decade. In fact, it was about this time Russ picked up a video camera, taught himself iMovie, and began producing his own homemade horror films, exhibiting the most grotesque corners of the attraction, posting what is now over 300 videos to his YouTube channel with an audience in the 6 figures. This way he could achieve his own goal as a filmmaker and expand the reach of the manor outside the local community, finally reaching over 16 million pairs of eyes in 2013 with a simple 5-minute promotional video for Scare LA, a summer scare convention that premiered that year. And let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart.
Since we
Oh, okay.
Did I hear that bitch right?
Which part?
Which part?
Where she went through it twice?
Yes.
Several people have gone through it more than once.
The fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they have a kink for torture just like he does.
Masochist.
Yes.
Well,
He's a sadist. It's a sadist playground.
yeah, my nerves are increasingly getting trampled on. First of all, the guy who was narrating, I want to slap him. There was just something about the way he was talking that just
for those that for those that don't know, we have a private chat, and
oh god,
Carrie's headset has a retractable microphone. If she kicks it up, it turns the mic off, but if she has it down, we hear everything. And I don't know if y'all could hear it, but she's chewing gum, and my volume is up. So I just politely said, I can hear you chewing.
Unlike Ace, I just ignore it. Yeah. Unlike Ace, I just choose to ignore it. It's not. Yeah, way to go, Ace. Good job. Anyway,
me. Would you expect anything less?
Yeah, that's probably true. 100 probably true. I probably think it's like, I don't know, Smurfs dancing in the background or something. I don't freaking know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I just like the more I get to hear about Russ, like the more I dislike him. It's. I mean, I think what he's doing is kind of cool, but I just think the extremes of what he's doing. I think that is where I start having an issue with it. I'm all for like spook houses, whatever this is. I'm all for those things, and I think they're cool. They can be a lot of fun. But when you have to do a waiver, or basically everything they telling is going to happen to you could result in death, that is a different level. That I just don't think that. But what's even worse than that? All the people that are viewing it that keep going.
It's legal snuff films.
Yes, that's the vibe I'm picking up. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I knew there was something.
Legal snuff.
Yeah, I knew there was
minus
something.
the death. There's no actual, well, that I know of. There's no actual death, but yeah, everything.
I didn't, in my research, I didn't come across where anybody has actually
that we
ceased
know of.
to that has been public knowledge. None that have been documented.
Well, UFOs was documented, but it didn't come public knowledge until it was late that it's actually real. Doesn't mean it ain't been visiting since before. And so it said that he started in 1995
with home haunts.
Yeah,
with
nothing like
family
this.
friendly.
Yeah, it was like a
It
little
was-
mini haunted house at his house. Nothing like this.
But a lot more. I started to understand a lot more when he said he spent 23 years in the Navy.
Ace,
What?
you gotta control him.
He's on the other side of the fucking house. Holy fuck!
What?
What kind of haunts was he doing on that ship?
I'm just saying. He was entertaining the boys for 23 years.
Oh God!
Yeah, I'm just what?
Nothing.
He had a lot of time to perfect his craft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Work on the spook houses in the backyard. Anyways, Harry, what's the problem?
You need a mute button tonight.
For what? What I need a mute for?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just saying. Anyways, this is. Oh wow, that's wow. I'm sorry.
We're waiting.
I'm sorry. Couldn't get past the Navy part. Anyways, yeah. So he's been doing this for, good God, he's going on what, 30 years now?
85, 95, 2005, 15, going on 40.
85.
Oh, it was 95, wasn't it? Yeah, 30
Maybe-
years.
Well, he didn't start doing the extreme shit.
But I mean, he's been
Spook houses.
He's been
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so
he's been improving his.
No, he not improved.
Well, according to his fans, he is. I need therapy after watching.
Well, the video or me talking about him being in the Navy.
Oh, she doesn't.
That's how I feel every time I'm on the podcast.
Wow, you're the one using. You're the one. The reason why you're bringing this stuff up. You're
It's
bringing
not
this
the
to us. What you talking
topic. It's the squirrel. It's the squirrels that we end up going down.
about? Whatever. That's right.
No, Christy's right. It's a normal Wednesday.
Like Winnie the Pooh type haunts. Winnie the Pooh.
That's how they started out, as boo haunts.
Yeah. That's. I don't think that's how that really started. Pretty sure that's not how. But
now, for those nurses that said they was going to be joining us tonight, see what you've done. Do you see what you've done? You gave him drugs.
Drugs. I need drugs. Drugs. You have drugs? Yes. Anyways, wow.
now we've completely squirreled him off topic now.
I mean, it's not difficult to do.
I'm just thinking about my
true.
Okay, I'm saying it's good stuff. Anyways, so there was another part. Let's see, what is it?
Do not put that man's voice back on.
No, it was a completely different video. Yes, dude. After that, I was like,
I'm all full up on douchebaggery. Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was like,
He did sound like he was better than everybody else the way he was talking.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to give myself a lobotomy.
Shock therapy.
Something.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do the. Where was the other video at? No, that's not. That's a. Okay. No.
6 hours is as long as somebody's made it.
And it sounds like they could have kept going, but he didn't want to pay them. He probably don't have the money to pay.
Oh, I don't doubt it. He's probably putting all the money in his production value of the show.
And I've always wondered what kind of background checks he does on his employees.
Probably none, as long as they can pick up a axe.
Stage prop.
Yeah. What did he say?
Yeah, stage prop.
Yeah, take that. Take that. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay, so this one's brought to us by Lights Out. They do a lot of like paranormal stuff. And they talk about like a lot of different spook houses and stuff like this. Well, they did this one. I can't remember. Let's see what this is over a year ago when this one came out. This is McKamey Manor, Too Extreme, Inside Blackout, the extreme haunted house you missed out on. Wait a minute. Let me make sure. Hold up. I want to make sure this is not.
I was gonna say, like, you've already read the intro. You're not gonna play it now.
No, I wanted to make sure that the show was called Lights Out, and there wasn't another spook out called Lights Out, and that's what they're talking about. I just wanted to make sure. Well, I guess we'll just find out. If it is, that's what I have a stop button for. But yeah, I gave you the intro. I'm not doing it again. Enjoy.
Today we are covering the Blackout Project. Blackout is one of those extreme haunts where you do have to sign a waiver. According to co-creator Josh Randall, he just
that's not it.
And just so everybody knows, it did say on there since 2009.
What did?
In their little intro that they had talking about McKamey Manor, it said since 2009.
Oh, okay.
So from 2009 to 2017, it was in California. It was in San Diego, and he moved it to Tennessee in 2017.
Okay. Thank you for pointing that out there, sir. Appreciate that.
Blackout is another extreme haunt, but it does not have the issues, the rumors, the bad juju, whatever the hell you want to call it, surrounding it like McKamey Manor does.
So it's more of an upscaled.
It's not run by psychopaths or sadists.
I'm following you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So yeah. Okay. Well, I was trying to find maybe it was on the one with the
drugs.
Sport talking.
Drugs in the baby oil. Drugs.
Yeah. We're skipping the baby oil though.
But there's drugs in it. Drugs. Good
He
drugs.
doesn't need any more drugs.
I'm
Good.
No drugs, baby hole.
I'm waiting for him to fall asleep sitting there.
You should have seen me earlier. Oh my god, I was in here trying to create the studio and everything, get everything ready. That's where I got most of my pain from because my head kept jerking, and then I get a shooting pain in my shoulder. So I was like, I'm gonna go lay down.
he messaged us as like, I think I'm gonna take a nap. I'm really tired.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna, yeah. Let's see, what did Des say here? He was in the Navy and ended up drinking or dunking him over and over in cold water, and then said he had hypothermia, so they had to leave because he was scared he was going to keep going. Okay, did I miss something earlier?
Now, no.
Oh, we talking about the guy that made it the longest. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what she's talking about? Because I see this comment here. The longest.
Well, she said that, but are you referring to Drew, or are you referring to the guys that were doing it to him? Was he dunking somebody, or was
Who's
somebody,
Drew?
Or what the fuck's his name?
Russ.
Russ.
Where did Drew come from?
I was like, who the fuck is Drew?
Pulled out of fucking thin air. Maybe that was the annoying fucker's name that was in that last video.
Maybe.
I asked you two different fucking questions. You can't just say yes. Okay. Was it him that was doing dunking?
JJ said both.
No, she said that's to.
Oh,
previous.
my drugs and baby oil.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
I'm combining P. Diddy and Bill Cosby.
I know what his problem is. What is your problem?
I'm fucking tired. Okay. How long is the lag? Because I should have gotten a fucking answer by now.
It depends on if she's dealing with the kid or not.
Actors dunked him.
Okay, so the guy that lasted 6 hours. Okay. And Russ pulled the plug because he was scared that they wouldn't stop.
That he would win.
No, he was scared he would win.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right. I think we understand where you're coming from now. I think.
Look at his face.
Oh, gee, man,
I was so confused. There was a lot of he's in there. I was like, who is he? He is doing this to he, but he left because of he. And I'm like, the fuck? $20,000. But you cannot curse, and you cannot
fight back.
I'm telling you right now, that disqualifies just about everybody in the Flock and Ace 4 fam.
Absolutely. All right.
Every single one of them.
We're going to get clarification. Are we ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, listen. The guy that was in the Navy, he went in. He lasted 6 hours. Russ was afraid he was going to win, so he made the actors dunk him over and over and over in ice cold water, and then said that he got hypothermia, so he was disqualified because Russ knew he was going to make it all the way through the thing, and he didn't have the money to pay him.
It sounds great. Like I said,
All right.
All right.
Now we've got clarification.
Okay, that's cool. That makes sense. It makes sense. but still weird about yeah. Angel liked us. Yes, we trust me. We already know that, Angel.
For every curse word that you spout out, Angel, they deduct $500. For every time you yell or get violent, they deduct $500.
So they deduct $500 if you yell, or is it just if you?
Well, if you yell at them, like in that one video where she went towards the actor or whatever and was yelling at her, saying that she was going to take her axe and kill her. That
You
would have
can't
been
lay
a
hands
deduction.
back.
No.
I mean, I get that. I understand, but I was like, oh, you can't yell. Like, what kind of spook house is supposed to be? You
can scream. You just can't scream at them.
Oh, okay. So you can't say stuff like that's why your mother doesn't like you.
Well, wouldn't stop us.
I was saying, I'm trying to. I would have to get a baseline of what I could not say really.
Right. It's like what actually denotes a deduction here?
Yeah, I might have to have a waiver for them to sign on what I can say, because I might not. I might just start roasting everybody. Like they come out yelling like, "Oh, man, hold up! You need a Tic Tac, man. Your breath smells so bad it made my breath stink." Like some stuff like that. Like you've been brushing your teeth with toilet water or something. Like I just want to start talking trash to somebody.
Right.
So that's just me though. Yeah. So okay, cool. He would have.
Yeah, he would have to pay me or kill me. I'm a survivor.
Hey, don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you, DK. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad. That's probably why he makes people go through there by themselves instead of in groups. Because you get a pack mentality.
Mm-hmm.
That'll change the game real quick. That'll change the game real quick. Okay, so I got one more video I want to play. Trust me, it's not that guy. It's not that guy anymore. So you don't have to worry about that part. This is actually coming to us from True Crime Cam. She does a lot of this stuff too. This is the Grim Life Collector, and this one's called "The Downfall of McKamey Manor: Lies, Torture, and Abuse." So this kind of gets into a lot of some of the stuff that we were talking about earlier. With different people that they were talking. And like employees and stuff like that. So we're gonna play that. All right, there he is.
No, JJ, her both. What was from 20 minutes ago?
What the devil?
So it had nothing to do with baby oil. It had nothing to do with drugs or
Oh, good God. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna say yes. Think you may have another DK. I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
D, all you're doing is building more spank bank material for him. If you beg.
You already know who I am.
What? Wait, hold on. Oh. Okay, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, man. What
Come on now, catch up.
Wrong video.
I was like, what in the world?
You already know who I am.
Well, I was gonna say
that don't sound like Russ.
We're gonna watch that video after this next commercial break. Brought to you by Restream, where we are broadcasting from now. So we'll be right back after this commercial break with more of the Birdman Show. You already know who I am. But if you don't, I'm the Birdman from the Birdman Show. That's my man, Ace, main. Anyways, we are from the Birdman Show. If you've never watched the show, this is a common occurrence. Okay, so don't even trip on it. But we want to take the time to let you guys know that the Birdman Show is brought to you by Restream. Now, with Restream, you can create high quality audio and video content for your podcast. I just want to tell a little bit more.
Now, with Restream, what you get is you get superior listening experience. with crystal clear audio. Now, you can eliminate the audio drift, and you don't have to worry about connectivity. I mean, there's so much more, but these are just a few of the things that we want to pinpoint. With Restream, the simple and powerful podcast studio, you can easily create your own podcast, and it's effortless.
And I also want to add that you can connect up to 8 different channels. So like we stream on YouTube, we got Twitch, we're working on TikTok, see that. But we're working on TikTok. You can stream to all kind of different platforms. Get your podcast out there. So head on over to restream.io to start your free account and get to podcast and holla at your boys.
Or, I mean, they could always just like not create their own.
Or you can create your own, but in between time, come watch ours.
Yeah.
So we want you to do your thing.
But don't forget about us.
Yes, come watch us. Okay. So definitely come watch us every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time, right over on our YouTube channel at Birdman Show Podcast 9643 or over on Twitch at Birdman 143. We'll see y'all later. We out. That only took like 500 times. You're still recording. Yo, what is up, everybody? How you doing? This is the Birdman Show. I'm the Birdman. That's Ace. That's Harry. And if you've been rocking with us this long, you already know what to do. So go ahead and do it with us. All right, that is what's up. Like I said, we have been talking about a very weird sniper. It's disturbing now. It's whatever. But we were talking about McKamey Manor, the extreme torture room house. I don't even know what to call it anymore. It's just the extreme house.
Diddy party on steroids.
Yeah, it's just whatever. I don't even know. I'm so over this episode right now. Like it's so many different things that it's just like why. Anyways, I'm gonna play a few minutes of this next little
Yes.
Okay, definitely. I want to play just a few minutes of this video, and then we're gonna circle back to a couple comments and things before we get ready to close out of here. And like I said, this one is brought to us by the channel's called True Crime Cam. Go check it out. She has some really good stuff on there. But yeah, we're gonna check this out.
There are thousands of haunted attractions across the U.S., but only one of them has continued to garner national attention. McKamey Manor is arguably the scariest of them all. It started as a child-friendly event in the early 2000s, but slowly became more aggressive and violent towards their participants. People were leaving with swollen lips, bruises, fractures, concussions, and there's rumors of heart attacks and even deaths. But of course, those rumors were started by the man who runs the show, Russ McKamey. He managed to build a sort of cult following, with dozens of people helping him run the show free of charge, which is kind of necessary considering McKamey Manor is free to enter. All you need is a bag of dog food. If you pass all the necessary steps to get in, and you make it through the 10+ hours of physical and psychological torture, you could win $20,000. But no one ever has, and no one ever will, because this haunted house is just a series of nasty contraptions set up in a disturbed man's backyard. After completing some unnecessary exercises to wear you down, then comes the real fun. Russ might chain your arms and drag you behind a truck, put you in a straitjacket and force you to slither through a rusty maze, waterboard you with a garden hose, chop off your hair, and much, much more. Meanwhile, you're blindfolded, covered in duct tape, fake blood, and colorful paint. The only sensations you have are the feelings of drowning, suffocation, fear, like you could possibly die here. And what if I told you the allegations of torture and abuse stretch beyond the stage, when the cameras are turned off?
The owner of an infamous haunted attraction known for its extreme tactics is facing charges.
On July 19th, 2024, Russ McKamey was arrested and charged with attempted murder, rape, and domestic assault. How did it get to this point? And will McKamey Manor finally be shut down for good? First of all, who is Russ McKamey? Well, finding information on his background or upbringing has been pretty difficult. We know that he is 65 years old, born around 1959, and spent most of his youth in California. After scouring the internet and newspaper archive, I only found one mention of his name predating McKamey Manor. In August of 1977, the Anaheim Bulletin in California mentioned their local community theater, the Santiago Community Players of Villa Park, had finally chosen a play to close out their second season, and they chose The Sound of Music. I was already pretty sure this was him because his name isn't that common, but it makes even more sense when you look at the character he was given. Franz, a supporting character, an antagonist, who once served as a loyal butler to the main characters, then betrays them for the Nazi party. I'm pretty sure this is the Russ McKamey because in interviews he talks about having a theatrical background, and he likes to refer to his haunted house as a live theatrical performance. And it's pretty clear from all his videos that he likes to play the villain. I was really confused that this newspaper was the only mention of him I could find, but when I started searching with his parents' name, it finally opened up some new doors. For instance, according to a report in Hastings, Nebraska, Russ's parents exchanged vows in the fall of 1954. They both attended the same high school where Ross, yes, that's Russ's father's name, excelled at swimming and music. After graduation, Ross enrolled in the U.S. Marines and was stationed in San Diego, California for 4 years. There, they would have a daughter named Joni, and 2 years after that, a son, the Russ Allen McKamey, born on January 28, 1959. Other than his birth and the one-time participation in a musical play, I found nothing about Russ's past, so we really have to rely on his own words and take it with a grain of salt. Russ claims that he attended art school, then served in the Navy for 22 or 23 years. The length of his service depends on the article you're reading. At some point, Russ began dating a woman named Carol Schultz, who apparently helped him launch McKamey Manor. Carol is mentioned as his partner in a few articles from the early to mid-2000s, and then she's never mentioned by Russ again. But she will pop up again later in this episode with a whole lot to say about Russ. The birth of McKamey Manor. The origins of McKamey Manor are a little fuzzy, but Russ claims he's been operating scary attractions since 2002, even the late 90s. In 2008, Russ launched a YouTube channel called McKamey, a play on his last name, mainly posting videos of the tours recorded in 2007 to 2012. One of the first videos is a local news channel broadcast talking about Russ's haunted house from October 2005.
For some people, when the doorbell rings on Halloween, it's not just enough to meet the kids with a bowl of candy. There are homeowners who take Halloween to extremes. Ken Kramer found a couple of examples tonight. Ken?
Indeed, I did. And then there's this house on Almazan Street in Rancho Penasquitos that you have to see to believe. Russ McKamey created a house of horror that would rival anything at a carnival or theme park. 9 rooms, animated ghoulish figures. You wonder what he spent on it.
This year, about $30,000.
He guides neighborhood kids through in groups of 2 or 3, assuring them that everything will be fine, you know, that the snakes don't really bite, that there might in fact be a vacancy in the psycho room.
It took me 6 months to do what I did in there so far, and we just ran out of time.
A Navy veteran who now works with the VFW, he's just always loved Halloween, he says. And as for his wife, Carol, she says she's fine with being a family that takes Halloween to extremes.
It's clear that Russ's attraction started as an annual event for everyone, including children, to walk through his home of spooky contraptions. But over the next 7 years, the intensity drastically increased. McKamey Manor stopped allowing those under the age of 18 and started giving participants a much more hands-on experience. The manor was only open in September and October, letting in about 10 to 12 people per night. Each tour would last anywhere from 45 minutes to 2 hours. This is a stark contrast to the current operations at McKamey Manor, which I'll get into later. At this point, though, it was just a makeshift maze in Russ's backyard, filled with your average Halloween props mixed with household items, like sinks, stoves, and freezers, modified in various ways. Russ holds the camera, filming every encounter, while his team of 4 to 5 actors do the dirty work. Admission is 2 canned items per person, donated to a local charity to feed the hungry. Which sounds amazing in theory, but I've never actually seen anyone verify this, and I've never come across anyone, including Russ, name the actual charity he was donating to. Eventually, they started accepting dog food for entry, and claimed to donate it to local animal shelters, but it seems to change with every interview that Russ gives. In 2018, Russ did an interview with Rock Baltimore and claimed the dog food was going to homeless animals in Tennessee.
If you can, then you're coming out with 20 grand, so it's pretty cool. All for the admission of dog food. Literally, a bag of dog food gets you into the tour, so it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, apparently, there's a Greyhound rescue tied in with that, and that's where all the dog food goes to.
Well, it used to be Greyhound Rescue in San Diego, but now we're out here in Tennessee. Now it's just helping out a lot of homeless animals. Unfortunately, there's a lot of dogs out here that roam free, and so we just kind of take care of all the dogs we can find.
Okay, I'm gonna stop that there. There's just way too much to unpack when it comes to this.
It's kind of funny. The guy's like, "Wrap it up."
Yeah. I was just like, yeah. Because my thing is, yeah, it's cool. You want to, give dog food to homeless dogs. I love dogs. Most dogs can still survive fairly well on their own. What about homeless people?
Yes.
What about something that's really going to go to somebody? So you still do all that stuff, but if you're doing the canned goods like you were doing originally, that can go to help out shelters or something like that, or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. That's just a lot. Anyways, okay, so let me get your guys' thoughts here real quick. As I go to Carrie, Ace, do me a favor, look through the comments and see if you can pull out any that we can go over real quick. So, Carrie, what are some of your thoughts after hearing some of the stuff that she was talking about here?
So, he was arrested in July 19th of 2024, but the charges were dropped. It never went to court. It never went beyond being charged and booked, and then they were dropped. The state attorney got involved and reviewed the evidence and said there wasn't enough to actually take him to court over it.
What year was this?
This year.
Okay. July?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure we had our dates the same.
Yeah, that was the attempted second-degree murder,
the
rape, and domestic assault.
Yeah. Okay. As far as comments, nothing else has really been said since the last time we checked them.
Okay.
Well, bye, Ace.
What? Okay.
What the fuck was that?
I'm sitting on a fucking crack.
Please tell me. I need a clip of that where he straight up slow falls off.
I'm sitting here trying to go through I'm trying to get to the part where the wife came on to did her interview or whatever. The next thing I know, I was like, the heck has happened?
I went that way.
Yeah, I was like,
it was kind of like a very slow, elegant fall.
Elegant?
Yeah. There wasn't a whole bunch of cussing, so yeah, we're gonna go with elegant.
Yeah, I can definitely clip that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna go on the Patreon page.
Oh shit! Of course it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my god! And now, what did he say his wife's name was? Was it
Carol.
No.
And the funny thing about it is, whenever she said, and his wife Carol, and I don't know why, but fucking Tiger King, Tiger King popped in my fucking head. I was like, don't you dare say Baskins.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely no. I'm thinking this is the one because it's not showing her name. And yeah, I think this is her here.
In Summertown, Tennessee, for those of y'all that don't know, it's less than like 1,500 people in this whole area.
Yes.
It's small.
There's less than 1,500 people there. Wow.
The last census they have posted on their webpage is from 2010.
Now you do realize it's after 8, right?
Yeah, I know. I do. I'm trying to wrap this up. I think what did you say?
He's medicated. I know. That's why I was reminding him.
No, I saw the time. I was trying to get to that part of the video. But that might be one of those things. Just kind of. I think we've had enough. There's been a lot of. I'm with Ace. Like what he said at the beginning. This is not what I thought we were going to be talking about. Like I said, I knew of it, heard of it. I didn't know the depths of it or all the other stuff that was going along with it. I sure as heck didn't know about the 40-page waiver. Like, you might get me with three, maybe 4 pages. Anything over that, that's a novel. I'm not reading that. Yeah, no.
If you have to sign a 3 or 4 page waiver just to walk through a house,
but you're not just walking through.
Well, I know, but I mean, that's still a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, I can at least bear through that. But over that, nah, player. Nah, I'm good.
Even if it was the 3 or 4 pages that she read.
I mean, maybe. Like, I'll read it. I'm not saying I'm
hands
signing it.
through. I was about to say nails through the hands.
No, I'm not. I said I'll read
teeth
it.
getting pulled.
Yeah,
tattoos.
No, I'm not trying to get dogma up in here. Yeah, no. No, definitely not. Like I said, I'd read it. I ain't signing that. No, I ain't signing that. Okay, so let's wrap this up. I can't take it anymore. Ace, what's some of your thoughts on this episode as we wind down here?
I'm done. I'm fucking done. Falling out of my fucking chair, done.
Yeah, this is the episode on got Ace so right here. Out of the that's bad. That's when you know you really got him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck happened, or I just gone. Yeah, this I've got nothing. It's just a fucking crazy ass episode, and Gary, I still fucking hate you.
Why? What'd I do?
You mind fuck us almost every time you come on here.
Well, you know what you're getting, so quit inviting me.
Well, nobody else will fucking suggest anything.
I got all kinds of suggestions.
They suggest stuff, just nothing this outlandish. So I mean, it is what it is. Carrie, what are your thoughts on tonight's episode?
He needs to be shut down.
I agree.
I'll agree. I mean, I think it's a full consensus here. I completely agree.
I totally agree with that. What in the world is going on here?
I don't know.
Drugs.
No, Restream is messed up. Something's going on with my Restream because I'm missing. I was about to go to Ace's
Fall.
Yeah. Now I will say this as I'm looking for this.
Holy
I will
shit.
say this. That,
You guys want to know how much of a lag there is? My fall just now hit YouTube.
Oh wow. Okay. That's awesome. But like I said, I was telling this earlier. There's a program I'm looking at using, and it's called vMix. Now with vMix, it does everything we're doing here now. It just what it does is just it's an extra thing that gives me a lot more we can do on it. So I can do instant replays. That's one thing I didn't tell you, Carrie. I can actually do live instant replays. So for something like that, I can actually clip it and do a replay of it.
Yes.
So we're gonna have that, but it's cool because nothing here changes. Like I still use Restream. Everything's still going. It's still going to go out through our YouTube, Twitch. It actually gives me more options to do different things on. And I'm using it for the podcast as well as my basketball team because I can actually do a pay-per-view. So I can do all of our games and stuff on a channel. People can do a pay-per-view for it. So I can do that part of it. So I can actually incorporate a lot of different things with it. But the podcast was my main idea for it, doing stuff like that. It just gives us more ability to do a lot more things with it. So you can kind of use, like, if you know anything about OBS, you can use OBS. That's something you can use with it. So there's a lot of things that we're gonna be able to do with it. But like I said, I like it because nothing else changes. Nothing has to change. I don't have to do a whole new platform or a whole new. It uses all the same stuff. It just gives us like the lower thirds and stuff like that, and I can actually do a lot more with it. So, yeah. Anyways, so I don't know why something has happened to our regular stuff. So for whatever reason, it doesn't have my normal stuff I'd have on here for you, Ace. Yeah, so Ace Sunday nights at 6 p.m. Central Time over on his TikTok platform, as you can see right there. Ace, tell them a little bit about what's going on there.
It's just a hell of a. It's just like this, without all the gore.
And it's just Ace talking.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah, it's just me talking.
That's even
and I don't have to worry about doing a fucking bird call. Puber. But yeah, it's a shit show just like this. It's always a good time. You never know who's going to come in and what the fuck they're going to say. It lasts for 2 hours. Everybody has a good time. We listen to music, play some trivia, and bullshit. If you guys aren't doing anything on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central, there's my information right there. Right there.
It's in the still. I have the
it's over
regular
there.
one live.
Just go to TikTok and search TLB-ACE.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
And
yeah, but definitely go check it out. It is a good time. Tyler Perry to win.
Never. We have not had a question that was. Well, actually, no, we had one. we had one that was Tyler Perry, and you weren't even in there for it.
Nope, I left because I knew it was coming, and I wanted Tyler Perry to enjoy and bask in the glory. Anyways, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Time is the Birdman Show recap that we'll be doing right over there on my TikTok platform, Birdman Show. Well, we tried to recap. This one we might actually do a recap on.
Yeah,
we never do a recap.
Well, no, we have.
We do like 5 minutes of recap, and then it's like straight squirrel.
There's been a couple episodes, a couple recaps we've done.
There has been
2 out of 25 that we've done that we've actually done a recap for the whole recap. I was just as shocked as anybody else.
And usually after about a half an hour, that's when Angel pops up in the box.
Yeah.
No. We set a rule.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, 1 hour. Nobody gets in a box besides us for an hour.
Yeah.
Nobody told me this rule.
Well, you never asked for a fucking box.
Well, yeah.
Except for
if you're in there.
Except
Okay,
for when
we're squirreling again.
Okay.
That was your guys' fault.
Circle
not mine.
back.
It wasn't my fault. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyways, so
Media,
definitely.
social media.
I know.
You guys have a great evening. Thanks for coming out and joining us tonight on the Birdman Show. I am Ace. This is the Birdman. This is Carrie, aka Fury Storm. We will see you next time on the Birdman Show. Do it with us one last time.
Anyways, before we roll out of here, definitely we want to make sure that you guys check out our Patreon page at patreon.com / the Birdman Show. Dude, you were like glitching bad. But yeah, definitely check out our Patreon page. I'm updating new things on there. So we're gonna be doing, and I'm definitely gonna be putting a lot of these freaking clips now that I'm gonna have them from Ace. Definitely gonna have the slow-mo fall out of his chair with captions and all that.
You fucking suck.
Definitely check us out. We're definitely we're on X at Birdman Podcast. I've already seen the TikTok one. You can definitely check us out on our Facebook profile, which is Tim Birdman Simpson. We also have a fan page on there as well. You guys link to it and all that good stuff. So yeah, we want to thank you guys once again for joining us for this episode of the Birdman Show. Where in the world
Where in the
Squirreling.
world is San Diego?
No, Sandy Carmen.
I'm not to figure out what's going on with this thing because it's really start ticking me off. Anyways, we want to thank you guys once again for everybody viewed with us here on our Twitch page as well as on, of course, here on YouTube. We'll get you guys ready. Hopefully, TikTok. You already know what y'all gonna do tomorrow. Make sure we and because Carrie has to go pee, I got something for you.
That's right. We're here at the Birdman Show. We're about to be out. We want to thank you very much for joining us for this episode. Carrie's got to go pee, so I'm just trying to help her out. But we're out. We'll see you guys next week right here for another episode of the Birdman Show. We out.